Hey there guys, my name is Marcus, and in this video I'm going to compare DGRO with DGRW. In this video I'm going to compare expense ratio, I'm going to look on the holdings, fund overlap, dividend growth, dividend yield history, and also the backtest performance of how well the both of these ETFs were performing in the past. Now, if you have your own opinion on DGRO and DGRW, share it down below in the comments. And if you want to learn how you can make money with ETFs and understand them better, I created a course down below in the description. Definitely check it out. Now, without further ado, let's start. So here we are, DGRO and DGRW. Different issue here, BlackRock comparing to Wisdom Tree. And now we see the differences here. Expense ratio is the first big difference here, nearly 20%. So let's say that you would invest $10,000 in DGRW, you would pay $28. Comparing to DGRO, you would pay only $8. Assets under management, that's a different talk here too. Higher assets under management DGRO, and also higher average daily volume. So we could say that DGRO, when we compare these three factors, is better, but that's not all, because DGRW got plenty of advantages that I believe in. It's a good, really good ETF. Now, number of holdings 391 comparing to 299. We are going to also look on a fund overlap, and it's going to be soon. Performance, we will get to it. And look here on the sectors here. So we see the financials is only 5%, 6% in DGRW, comparing to financials 17%. On the other hand, technology is 26% on DGRW, comparing to technology only 20%. Industrials 16 comparing to 12. Healthcare 19 comparing to 17. So the biggest difference is in the financials. And this is one of the regards I believe that DGRW is winning, and we will get to it. So what I really like about DGRO and DGRW, that it's focusing also on growth, not only on dividend, because there are many ETFs that are focusing only on dividend payouts, and they're not actually really focusing on growth. And many times they don't have good high quality companies. They have companies with debt, etc. They're not performing. It's like risky to. There are like plenty of ETFs, SDIV it's called, one of them, or how it's called, and that investing into that, it's a risky decision, even when you have, I don't know, 6, 7, 8% dividend yield. So yep, so this is the holdings: Microsoft Corporation, Apple, excuse me, Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, Verizon Communications here, Procter & Gamble. So many times they are overlapping, but the biggest difference is that you don't have the financials. In DGRW, 5.9% comparing to 17. Now, when we look on the fund overlap, look at this. This is DGRO versus DGRW. They are overlapping nearly by 60%, 59%. 50% of DGRO, 387 holdings, we would find in DGRW. And then 66% of DGRW, 298 holdings, we would find also in DGRO. Now we can find which companies are actually overlapping: Microsoft, Apple, Pfizer, Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, Verizon Communications. So many times they're overlapping in many companies. And when you look on the backtest, so let's say, guys, we are going to invest $10,000 initial. Then we are going to contribute $500 on monthly, and we are going to reinvest the dividends. And let's see how well they're both going to perform. So DGRO and DGRW. And let's analyze the portfolio. So we can see that DGRO and DGRW, if we start investing into, when was it? Yep, January 2015. We would end up with both really similar performances. And this is one of the reasons why it's happening. It's because they're overlapping. So when you got two ETFs that are overlapping by 60%, there are not going to be a lot of differences, but there are going to be some differences. So when we look here, we can see the portfolio DGRO, then DGRW, and when we look here on a 2020 DGR, again, DGRW was performing really well. And 2021 DGRO 20% comparing to 17 in 2021. Now, when we look here on dividends, this is another talk what we can find here. So DGRO, let's see, and DGRW. We can clearly see that many times it was a little bit higher on DGRO side. So we can clearly see 2021. But again, they are so damn similar. So if you, in my opinion, if you choose DGRW or if you would choose DGRO, you're not going to make a mistake. I really believe in that. Yes, many times people prefer DGRW. Look at this when I'm going to show you. That the growth is really good here. But even when you look on a dividend growth here in DGRO, that's also pretty good. So now when you look on dividend yield, let's look at this on both dividend yield. So we can find 2.30, 2.21, 2.44 here and yield, or you can even comparing with average yield here. So 2.22 compared to 2.84, 2020, 2.36 comparing to 2.26, 1.87 comparing to 2.12. So in some ways it was overperforming, as you can see, DGRO comparing to DGRW. But I really believe that if you're going to choose this one or that one, you're not going to make a really mistake. It depends if you want to focus on a dividend history and dividends. Again, both are good choices. It depends like which companies you're actually believing. And I definitely recommend, like if you don't like financial stocks, maybe you would choose DGRW, even when the expense ratio is higher and they get less average daily trading volume. So that's pretty much it. Now, if you're gonna have any questions, guys, about both of these ETFs, share it down below in the comments. In my opinion, they are both good choices. You're not going to make a mistake if you choose DGRO or DGRW. And when we look on the growth and what the future can bring, I'm not going to predict that. Only because like we can see everyone what people expected to market goes down 2020, and look on the e-commerce stocks, right? And look on the technology stocks what happened in 2020. So I'm not willing to predict that what you should do. You choose your path and just like stick to it and learn how you can make more money and learn how you can be more healthy. That's like, because if you have health, everything is easy peasy. Let me tell you that. So this is pretty much it. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I hope you are going to have a great day, and see ya. Goodbye.